Hello students, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to give you 7 latest defense updates. Number 1, partnering with Orbital UAV for tactical UAV program. Bangalore based Dynamatic Technologies Limited has entered into a partnership with Perth based manufacturer Orbital UAV to acquire their Orbital 150cc heavy fuel engine. This strategic move aims to power a long-endurance, low-altitude unmanned surveillance and reconnaissance aerial vehicles being developed by Dynamic Technologies. The Orbital 150cc HFE is a compact and powerful engine capable of operating on various fuels including gasoline, JP5, JP8 and Jet A. Its versatility and efficiency make it an ideal choice for powering UAVs that require extended flight times. Next, embarking on autonomous USV project. Cochin Shipyard Limited has taken a significant step towards showcasing its capabilities in the autonomous domain by commencing work on the Swayat project. This pilot unmanned surface vehicle project aims to demonstrate CSL's expertise in autonomous technology and its potential applications in maritime operations. CSL has allocated a substantial amount of 35 crores from its R&D initiative funds to support the development of the Swayat USV. This investment underscores the company's commitment to driving innovation and exploring new frontiers in shipbuilding. Next, why IAF should join the Navy's TEDBF program. As the Indian Air Force continues to face delays in the materialization of multi-role fighter aircraft tender, concerns are growing over whether this long-awaited procurement will ever come to fruition or with time running out. There is an increasing pressure on the IAF to rethink its priorities. Instead of waiting for the MRFA tender to proceed, the IAF has an opportunity to collaborate with the Indian Navy's twin-engine deck-based fighter program, that is TEDBF program. The indigenous project not only offers a variable solution for both services but also aligns with India's self-reliance goals. Moreover, a closer look at the specifications of the Rafale and TEDBF reveals striking similarities, suggesting that the TEDBF could meet many of the IAF's requirements at a fraction of the cost and with greater strategic advantages. Next, inauguration of land-based submarine battery test facility. In a significant development for India's submarine technology, the Secretary of DRDO and the Chairman of the DDR&D jointly inaugurated a cutting-edge land-based submarine battery test facility at the Naval Science and Technological Laboratory in Visakhapatnam. Next, HAL's regional office in Kuala Lumpur. HAL's India's premier aerospace and defense manufacturer has taken a significant step towards expanding its global footprint with the establishment of a regional office in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Inaugurated by India's Defence Minister Rajnath Singh on July 11, 2023. This office is strategically positioned to serve as a hub for HAL's operations and engagements in the wider Southeastern Asian region. This move is not only aimed at promptly HAL's product but also at enhancing India's defense cooperation with regional nations, providing a platform for other Indian defense public sector's undertakings to showcase their capability. Next, India's Rafale shoots down mimicking Chinese spy balloon. The IAF proved its capability to strike down Chinese spy balloon type targets at a very high altitude of 55,000 plus feet along the eastern front side. In early 2023, the US government had used the fifth generation F-22 Raptor fighter jet to shoot down a Chinese spy balloon over the sea. The IAFs had been holding discussions on the issue of tackling the challenge posed by such balloons which fly at a very low altitude, and also held discussions with the American Air Force last year. Defense sources told ANI that the Indian Air Force used a Rafale fighter jet to shoot down a Chinese spy balloon type target over the area of responsibility of the Eastern Air Command a few months ago. The force used a relatively small balloon in size than the Chinese spy balloon, which was shot down by the US Air Force. The balloon was released in air with some payload tied to it, and it was then shot down using an infantry missile at an altitude of over 55,000 feet, they said. Next, L&T sets its eyes on International Space Station. After powering ISRO's space missions for more than 5 decades, India's largest engineering firm Larsen & Toubro has now set its eyes on the international markets, particularly the next International Space Station. L&T was earlier in talks with Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin for supplying orbital launch capabilities and space habitat solutions, but the negotiations ran into some difficulties. Next, small nuclear plants of 220 megawatt to operate for private companies. In a first, the Nuclear Power Corporation of India (NPCIL) will operate 220 megawatt capacity small nuclear plants for private players who will provide both funding and the land for the project, a senior government official has said. A development on this front is likely by this year end or early 2025, the official told PTI. The funding and land for the nuclear plant will be made available by the private player, but the plant will be managed by NPCIL, the official said. Thank you.